Let's now tell you about the Russian President Vladimir Putin's marathon press conference that was held earlier today. This is a key annual event providing unique views into Russia's policies and the president's opinions. Our next report getting you the key takeaways.
Russian President Vladimir Putin's annual press conference was held today at Moscow's Gostiy Dvor. This session, named Results of the Year, reportedly saw over 2 million questions submitted by journalists and the public. The edition saw the direct line with the people of Russia and the annual news conference clubbed into a single event. Now let's start with some context. Following a year-long break due to the ongoing Russia-Ukraine war, Putin returned to the stage amid increasing global tensions. This comes at a time when Ukraine's counter-offensive is slowing and international support diminishing. In this setting, Putin appears to be making a bold political statement. Let's now dive into some key points from the annual presser. To begin with, Putin asserted that the main task for Russia remains ensuring its sovereignty.
I've spoken about it many times, but repeating does not hurt. For such a country as Russia, it is not possible to exist without sovereignty. It will just cease to exist, at least in a way it is today, in a way it has existed for 1,000 years. So the main thing is to strengthen the sovereignty.
The Russian president's position on Ukraine remains steadfast. He asserted that peace will only be achieved once Russia's objectives, that is denazification and demilitarization of Ukraine, are met with no compromise.
There will be peace when we achieve our goals that you've just mentioned. Now let's return to these goals. They have not changed. I'll remind you of what we talked about then. The denazification of Ukraine, its demilitarization, its neutral status.
Emphasizing on demilitarization, that is what he said.
As for demilitarization, if they don't want to come to an agreement, then we are forced to take other measures, including military ones. Today, Ukraine produces practically nothing. They are trying to save something, but they produced almost nothing. Everything is brought from other countries for free. But this freebie may end someday, and apparently it is ending little by little.
Putin, without directly mentioning the Wagner Group, said that he'll ensure that former mercenaries are respected. The Russian president even added that he knows people from private military companies who died fighting for Russia's interests. During the conference, Putin accused the West of deteriorating relations, claiming that Russia is a victim in global politics and forced into its current path.
Regarding normalization of relations, it does not just depend on us. It was not us who spoiled these relations. It was them who spoiled the relations with us. They have always been trying to push us back, neglecting our interests. Under these conditions, when the US planned and organized, and Europe is standing silently and watching or even dance along, how can we build relations with them? We don't mind. It was not us who cut them off. But they are pretending that they don't know or remember anything. They just said a couple of times that they were just pretending when they signed Minsk agreements and were not going to implement anything.
Putin said that Russia is ready for contacts with European leaders if they are interested. The Russian president also stressed the importance to maintain United Nations mechanisms like the right to veto.
As for the United States, we are ready to build relations with them as well. We believe that the United States is an important and necessary country in the world, but this imperial, absolutely imperial policy hinders them, not even us. How so? Because in the public consciousness, they should behave like an empire. If they agree on something or concede to someone, it is already perceived by the electorate as some kind of failure or a vacuum. So the elites are forced to behave in this way to some extent.
Today's conference could be seen as a complex blend of political messaging, defiance, strategic partnerships and firm domestic policies, all of which have been presented on Putin's chosen platform. Bureau Report, WION World is One.
WION now available in your country. Download the app now. Get all the updates on the move.